Hey there, welcome to the Proud Animator YouTube channel. So this is a lesson on principle of animation where we are going to learn how applying anticipation can make your animation look better. So let's start. So first of all, let's talk about what is anticipation. So this is where the character or an object prepares for the main action of the scene to make your animation look more realistic. So for that, let's take an example of a simple ball bounce animation. So here is a ball bounce animation. Now I have already discussed how we can animate a ball bounce. We simply need to add some ease in and ease out to look it more natural so that it actually looks like it is falling under gravity. Now if you don't know how to animate it, the link will be in the description. You can check that lesson as well if you want to animate a ball bounce. So back to this lesson. Okay, so here in this particular ball bounce, I have before the bounce, I have added some squash to this particular ball. As you can see, this is where the ball is squashing, and after that it is lifting off the ground and then again falling back and then again squashing, then again lifting off the ground, then again falling back. So this is where I have added some squash to it to add some anticipation, and it is also looking like the ball is has some personality to it. So it's basically anticipating for the main action of the scene before jumping off the ground. So here is an example of with and without anticipation. So you can see the difference. The second one is not looking that not looking that bad, but it's looking like an object. It's not looking like it has some personality to it. But on the first one, which has some anticipation added to it, it's looking like it has its own personality. It is anticipating for the main action by squashing and then jumping off the ground. And remember that for squash and stretch, you need to squash and stretch with the same amount. So I have already discussed about how to add squash and stretch in your animation. For that, you can check that out as well. You can get the links in the description. So this is how applying anticipation can make your animation look better. So let's jump on to some character animation so that we can find how we can apply anticipation to character animations. So let's jump on to the next example. Now here is an example of a character throwing a ball. So observe the motion carefully. You will notice that before going for the main action, the character is slightly going backwards and winding up its body, and then with full force he is throwing the ball. So at this particular point, which is this anticipation part, the character is lifting one of his leg and then also twisting his hand backwards and then throwing the ball. So at this particular point, it's looking like the character is gaining some momentum for the final action, which is throw and then going for the action. But if we remove this anticipation, it would look something like this. So the animation without anticipation is looking really unnatural. It's looking like the character is getting force from nowhere and then suddenly throws the ball with full force. So it's not really looking realistic, and that is why adding anticipation in this kind of animation is one of the most important things to make your animation more realistic. So till now we have added only one anticipation for our animations. We can also add two or more anticipations depending on how much what is the exact look you want to get for your animation. Now in our next example, we are going to apply two anticipations for the main action. Okay, so let's jump on to the next example. Now in this particular example, the character is standing up. So if you observe the animation carefully, I have added two anticipations. So before standing up, the character is first of all bending its body slightly backwards and tilting its head slightly downwards. So after this, there is another anticipation, which is it's again bending forwards and also tilting his head upwards a bit. Now till now the character is slightly moving his leg backwards and one leg is still at the same place, and in the next frame it's bending his foot. So this is where it's gaining momentum for the main action, and after that it's standing up, and there is another follow through and overshoot happening, so to balance out the whole animation. So this is where we have added two anticipations to for the main action. So this is how you can also add anticipation, one or two anticipation even for the throw animation I have shown you earlier. If you add two anticipations, then it may give you a different look for the throw animation. So here in this particular example, the character is first of all going backwards with just preparing himself for the main action, and then again going downwards and bending his foot to gain some momentum for the final action, and then it's standing up. So this is how applying anticipation in your animation can give your animation more natural look to it. So that is it from my side in this lesson. Hope you learned a lot and enjoyed this lesson. So if you liked the video, then make sure to hit the like button. If you have any doubt regarding the lesson, make sure to comment down below. We'll be happy to help you out. And if you are here for the first time, make sure to subscribe the channel and hit the bell notification button to stay notified for all the future updates. Until then, goodbye.